Hello everyone, this is Warith AL Maawali and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about Linux Kodachi. It's been a while since I demonstrated how to use Linux Kodachi. So I thought of today, why don't I demonstrate about 8.7 so you guys get to know what is new and how to use all the features that come along with Linux Kodachi. First of all, Linux Kodachi is a security operating system. It would provide you with security and privacy tools. I've tried my best to include all the tools that I thought they would be good for any user who wants to be anonymous, who wants to protect his online identity, and who wants to strengthen his privacy and security. Where do you get Linux Kodachi from? You have to visit this website, dg77.com, Linux Kodachi. And once you enter Linux Kodachi, you can always read the information, get a brief information about it. And to download Linux Kodachi, you have to go towards the end of the page, and you should find the download links. Of course, you can always verify the checksum. So you have MD5, SHA 256, and other checksums that can be found on this text file. If you need to know about the changes that were made during the Linux Kodachi development, you can check the Kodachi log, and it has the entire history of development. Of course, during the last years, Linux Kodachi had a few recognitions with awards. Let's have a look at them. So to start with TechRadar, okay, if you click on this link, it will lead you to this page. And as you can see, Linux Kodachi was the first top of all security distribution available over there. And if we check the page again, we have first place at Linux format, World UK magazine. And this is Linux format. And if we go to page 29, you can see Kodachi was ranked the first. There is an Australian magazine. If you click on this link, you should get the PDF, which leads you to this page. And if you scroll down to page 52, Linux Kodachi was featured over here as well. So as you can see, during the last years, Linux Kodachi was recognized, and it hit basically the first rank on most of roundups that it went through. So let's start and have a look on how Linux Kodachi looks like once you boot up. So I'm going to switch. I'm running it through a VM. So this is my first VM. This is not live. As you can see, it says OS live, and it's not live. And if we switch to the other one, this would be the live version of it. Of course, you can run Linux Kodachi on flash memory. You don't need a VMware. You can install it on your own laptop. It depends how do you want to use it, and you can run it as a VMware using a VMware workstation, as I'm using now. It's the best to use Linux Kodachi with. It's very smooth. You can customize it as much as you want. So this is a demonstration on Linux Kodachi running on VMware workstation. It's on live mode. It means whatever I do, changes won't be persistent. So once I reboot the operating system, everything will get back to as it was. So for example, if I store a file here and reboot the machine, the VM of Linux Kodachi, you won't see the file again. If you change the desktop, you won't see the new desktop again. So it doesn't keep the changes. That's the point of having a live image. If you want to keep the settings, you can either run it on a USB as a persistent mode, or you can install it permanently by clicking on this icon on the hard disk. And this can be done even on VMware workstation. As you can see, this is the installed version. So whatever I do here, if I change the wallpaper and restart this VM, the wallpaper will remain as it is, so it won't be replaced with the default one. Okay, where over here everything will be deleted. So what has been done since the last video I published until now? Well, there's many changes. As I told you, you can go through the changes log file, the text file, which is on the website. But let me tell you exactly what happened during the transition. I think it was 5.6. I don't remember the last video, but since then a dashboard was developed. I developed this dashboard. With a single middle click, you can launch the dashboard if it's on a tray, or if it's not open yet, you can always launch it from this icon over here. So this is the dashboard, and actually what it does, you remember, I think we had so many icons over here to control Kodachi. So instead of clicking on each icon to have to launch one of the features, well, I developed this dashboard to make the life easier for users. So over here we had the VPN icons, if you remember, we had Tor icons, we had DNS icons, we had plenty of panic room icons over here. So everything was removed from there and it was implemented on the dashboard. It's much easier now. All you have to do is learn how to use the dashboard. So to start with the dashboard over here, as you can see, let me explain the GUI a little bit. Over here you have information about your PC. So it gives you the CPU usage over here, memory, RAM, how many disk space are you utilizing. You have anything to do with your internet connection over here or your LAN. So it tells you internet. We are online at the moment. We have BTC price, Monero price. This is cryptocurrency. For those who don't know what is this, what network interface are you using? I'm using TAN 0, which means I'm connected through a VPN. What's the gateway? What's your MAC address? What's your IP source? So I'm getting all my IP resolved from centralized website. You can always change that to decentralized. We will see it later. You have your ISP, so it says I'm basically from Germany now. Well, I'm not from Germany, but because I'm having my host connected to another VPN, so I don't reveal my original IP, so that's why you see Germany over here. This is the Kodachi VPN, so it means this VM is connected to another VPN. So my host, my Windows computer, is connected to Germany, and my Kodachi is connected to Russia. And we have a Tor connection, live Tor connection, which connects to Turkey over here. You can change the country over here. You can change the VPN here. You can change the VPN provider. We'll see it later. You have a DNS over here. It's Quad 9 DNS. You can change that as well. This is about the operating system. Are we running on live mode? Is my hardware ID been blocked or not? Over here it says active. The operating system is active. How many BTC donations that Kodachi has received. Guys, you can always donate to this project to keep it alive. The current version is 8.7 and the latest version is 8.7. So we don't have an update. If you have an update, you will always be notified here. What is the type of boot? The boot mode is legacy. We are in live mode. The operating system is not encrypted. You can encrypt it only with the installed version. So over here I can encrypt this if I want to, but it has to be done during the installation, where you will have a setup to encrypt the operating system. What else? Is it nuked? No, you can do it also with only with an encrypted installed version. You can nuke the operating system, and I will explain what is nuke later. Is it protected by a firewall so far? No, I'm not limiting any IPs through the firewall. Is IP6 enabled? No. Do we have auto login of the OS? Do I have to type the username and password when I log in? No, I don't have to. That's why it says no. It says yes. It means you won't be asked for username and password. Printer caps, this is used to print. You don't have to enable it unless you need to print anything. Is the swap encrypted? No. How many swaps do you have at the moment? 0. Of course, you cannot enable swap on a live Linux Kodachi, live mode of Linux Kodachi. It has to be installed. So over here you can enable swap. As you can see, swap is enabled. So there are some features that are only available on installed version of Linux Kodachi. You have to install it in order to enjoy those features like swap, like nuking the system, you know. Okay, is USB guard on? USB guard, if I turn this on, it will ask me to allow or disallow any devices that inserted through USB. USB kill is a very good feature as well, where you can set any of your USB devices to be the trigger to kill the system. So if I set this on, and how do I set it on? We'll see it later. If I set it on and I unplugged one of the devices that I set to be the trigger, it will just kill the system, shut it down and wipe whatever you tell it to wipe. Is auto fonts on? Auto fonts mean if I change the resolution of this, Kodachi will try to adjust the fonts accordingly. You can switch this off. The font size is currently 10, and it tells you the script status. This is a Kodachi engine, we'll see it later, whether it's on or off. You can see the server load. You have your security score at the moment is 50 out of 100. 50 because you have VPN on, you have Tor on, you have DNS is not DNS encrypted, so I think you lost some of the security score over here. What else? Yeah, that's it so far. We will check later what else. You have information about your files, how many files are open at the moment, how many threads are running at the moment. You have processes, you have OS uptime, how long it's been running. So you can see this VM has been running for 2 days. My OS time zone, it's Asia Muscat, and this is true, this is not fake, and I will show you how to fake this information later. The time now, it's 11:45 a.m. the dates. You have how many users are logged on at the moment. You have which desktop is used. So if I switch to 2, this will change to 2. As you can see, it's 2 now. So screen resolution, this is my screen resolution. Of course, you can have bigger screen resolution. I've set to 1920 180 in order to have the best video quality, but you can always make it wider based depending on your screen size. You have your hardware ID, developer information. This is your traffic at the moment. It goes through this card. This is a wired connection. How many kilobytes you've been uploading, you've been downloading. This is your IP. This is your internal IP, of course, and this information is related to your VPN and how many ports are open at the moment. So this is basically without launching anything. Once you start Kodachi, whether it's in USB, whether it's installed on your PC, or whether it's on your VM machine, virtual machine, which is basically VMware workstation at the moment over here. Once you run it, this is what you get. This is what you get. The only thing which is not default at the moment is the DNS. So let me put it back. So it says over here, DNS scripts will switch on, and over here you have a pop-up, as you can see. So basically I'm changing from quad DNS to DNS scripts. So as you can see over here, it's already changed to DNS scripts, and over here it's DNS scripts. These IPs will change just now. Give it a moment, and you should see similar IPs as these ones. 127. Oh, okay. There is a fallback. Why there is a fallback? Okay, this is a cool feature. If you switch on your DNS script and the internet goes offline, DNS Auto Recovery over here will switch it back for you. So it will always recover. So the recovering DNS IPs now at the moment provider is Quad 9. I've set that to be the recovering DNS provider. If you don't want that to happen, all you have to do is launch the dashboard from here, go to DNS and ask it not to recover. Once you've done this, you should, if you want to keep these settings permanently, you have to always save. So save settings. Next time you launch the dashboard, these settings will be unchecked, the DNS Auto Recovery. So now notice one thing. I'm going to change again to DNS crypt, and let us check, are we going to lose internet or not? Okay, ping google.com. Yeah, so we don't need a recovery because DNS script works fine. So as you can see here, we have a DNS script with the IPs, and over here we have the same information. Okay, now let's explain the dashboard. What you are having here is exactly what you have over here. So if you're busy and you don't want to have a look on this, you can always rely on your dashboard. If someone enters and you don't want them to see your information, you can always hide it. Okay, I know these are the cool features that many of you won't know about them. Okay, let me show some of the hidden features that many of you guys don't know about. So this is the system information here, right? System information, IP information, which is basically here, network information, which is basically here as well, and remote information, which is basically over here. What else can you show us, Warith? Okay, if you place your mouse here, how cool is this? It will give you all information about your PC. So this is extra information. This is something. What is your shell? If I ask you what is your shell in Linux, you know, many people don't know how to figure out. You have to know command lines to find out. So I'm just simplifying everything for you, and you will just see your information that you normally needs to know, the normal command line in order to retrieve this information. So this is all straightforward. It tells you like you're using 2 cores of your CPUs, what is the language, what is the graphic card used, the screen resolution, the hardware ID. Over here, let us see if we have information. Yes, we do have. So this is the total RAM used, free RAM, buffers, cache, whatever you see here, the total RAM and the used RAM, okay, it's here, but the rest is not there. So this is like extra information. As you can see, there's extra information. What is the partition size? What is free and the type of overlay. You have buffers, you have the cached memory, the shared memory. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff, but you have to place your mouse in one of these in order to get extra information. Okay, this is information about your VPN. So it will tell you which profile is being used, which port is it connected to. This information is basically available over here. On this, I don't think we have extra information. On this, I don't think we have extra information. Okay, so basically once you run this one, so let us switch it off and run it. So once you launch it, this is what happens. It will try to retrieve information. So this will take like 5 to 10 seconds, and it will give you all your information over here. The first tab is your VPN tab. So if what makes Kodachi unique here, it comes with built-in VPN, it comes with Tor, it comes with DNS stuff, it comes with a lot of things that you don't have to switch them on. You just boot and they're on. What's basically I'm saying here, once you switch on, you're anonymous and you're protected. You don't have to do anything else. The dashboard is here is to give you a higher level of security and a higher level of anonymity. So the dashboard is for those people don't trust. Like, let me give you an example. If you really want to be anonymous, you cannot have your time zone to be where you're originally coming from, right? So I cannot tell everyone, okay, I'm now in Germany, while my time zone, and it shows on your browser, by the way. So if we go launch the browser, people can tell your time zone. So don't think this is hidden. So if we switch on the browser, and this is the Kodachi browser. This is the light one. Light one means you have few plugins. And if you want the loaded one with plenty of plugins, you can click on this, the loaded browser. You have the G-Hacks, which has a lot of blocking stuff. It won't allow scripts and stuff. And you have the Kodachi browser, which goes through the proxy chains, which is basically Tor. Okay, let's go back to our topic. What is the point of having your time zone faked? So over here, okay, they know I'm having this IP, which is Russia, right? Okay, of course, if VPN goes off, because my host has a VPN, still it will be fake, which is Germany. Okay, so now it says I'm from Russia based on my VPN. But come over here, as you can see, it says time Muscat. Come on, so people can tell you're using a VPN. All right, so what else? They can tell by the time. It says GMT +4. So time zone and the time itself, the system time. I don't know if it's mentioned here somewhere. I think some of the websites, or if you click advanced, I think you'll be able to see the time as well of your system. And that is bad. Now, what can I do with this to prevent this? What I will ask Kodachi now to do is, Kodachi, whenever you connect to VPN, first of all, I want you to change my time zone. So click on this. Okay, now Kodachi will automatically change your time zone based on the VPN which it is connected to. And I'm asking it, update my time, which is over here. This is my local time. Please update my time to match the VPN zone that I'm connected. So if I'm connected to Russia, my time should be as Russians time, not as Muscat time or Oman time or USA time. Wherever you are located at, it will give you the time that your VPN active as it is for the time being. So update me. So update the time and update the time zone. I have both of them on, right? Now you can see automatically the time has changed. Instead of 11, it was 11, right? That was Muscat time. Now it's 9. And instead of being from, okay, the IP gives us from Amsterdam, which I think this Russian Federation is not correct. Anyway, the time zone is Amsterdam. Anyhow, you're not from Muscat. This has nothing to do with your origin location. So this is what actually basically Kodachi does. And I can also ask it to change my MAC each time I connect to a VPN. So this is my original MAC address. It starts with 00, it ends with F0. So if I say auto spoof my MAC whenever I connect to a new connection, let us try this. So I'm disconnected. So I click on this to disconnect the current active VPN connection. When I disconnect, you'll see the tab color, the icon has changed. Those colors indicate whether you are playing it safe or not. So always, you know, from the eye glance, you can just immediately tell, okay, there's something wrong here. My VPN is not working. That's why I'm having this icon as a different color. Of course, Tor has switched off because I've set Kodachi not to allow Tor connection unless VPN is on. So also you have a trigger here, different color, as you can see. So it means I don't have VPN, I don't have Tor. My score will go down. So this will change. So see, it changes as well based on my current score, because my current score is 45, which is less than 50. Immediately this will alert you that you have a problem with your security. So now let's connect to VPN. My MAC is this one, as you can see it over here. If I connect to VPN, connect. Before initiating the connection to VPN, Kodachi will try to change your MAC address. As you can see, it says spoofing MAC address. So it means I'm getting 00F0. This is wrong. This has to be updated in a while. Just give it a second. You can see it's been updated. This is the magic of Kodachi. You give it the instruction, it will do it for you. And you can always verify just in front of you. You don't have to go and type command lines. It's all in front of you. Okay, now we are connecting to this Kodachi IP 190. It ends with 193. The time zone should be based on the same IP information what you are getting over here. Okay, VPN is on. It says my ISP ends with 21, which is Germany. My VPN IP, which is correct, 193. In a moment it will reveal the country. It says Netherlands. Okay, now the time zone is correct, Amsterdam. Yes. We have the Tor. It says in Singapore. Now what do we have fake? You have fake host IP, okay, which is the VPN running on my Windows machine. You have VPN IP, which is fake over here. It's based on the Kodachi VPN. You have your MAC address fake. You have your time zone fake. And you have your time fake. So I've just automated 4 things in a single click. And of course, if I want my connection to go through Tor, I can launch a browser, which is the loaded browser. We'll see how it works later. And my connection will, all my web browsing traffic will go through Tor instead of going through the VPN. That's another layer of security. Of course, the more layers you add, the slower your internet will be. So because I'm not connected through Oman now, it is already slower through 21. Then I'm adding another layer of security, which is Netherlands, which will make it a bit more slower. And then if I browse through Tor, it will be much slower, but yet you are 100% anonymous. Okay, let's have a look of the other features. Kodachi comes with 2 Kodachi VPN features. One is this one. It has almost, I think, 5 to 6 IPs you can connect through. And the other one is Kodachi VPN with Tor side. Okay, the first one, Kodachi connects to the node, which is the VPN provider over there. There are VPN nodes around the globe. So it will connect and you will have pure VPN connection from your node, from your Kodachi to that node VPN server. Now, if you ask me, what if I want the node on the other end in Amsterdam to be connected through Tor? So whatever comes out from me, it doesn't come directly from me to the VPN as the VPN IP will be revealed. No, it will reveal the Tor node. You understand? So instead of having Tor over here, let us have Tor on the back end, on the server node, on the VPN node. On that case, you have to click on this and click connect. If you do that, you will always get a new IP, because your IP is not the VPN node IP, it's the Tor IP, because on that server I've placed Tor running 24/7 and it will keep generating you new IPs. Okay, that's the difference between this and this. This one is slower, and with this one you cannot torify your system, but with this one it is faster because you can use Tor whenever you want to. But on the second one, it is always on Tor, so you don't have a choice. Okay, that's the difference between the two. Over here, you can Torify, you can use Tor DNS, you can use DNS script, as you can see now I'm using. On this one, you cannot Torify, but you can use DNS script. Okay, and I think Tor will have issue to run over here. That's why you cannot run Tor, because already all your traffic has been routed through Tor over there, so you cannot have Tor over here as well. That's the main difference between the two. Now, if you have your own account, you've paid for account, you don't want to use Kodachi VPN. You think that you want to use your own account that you paid off. Okay, I don't have all the list of providers. There's plenty of VPN providers worldwide. I cannot have them all listed over here. But I've taken the one I think they're doing a good job. Of course, Malvad is the best. That's why it's the third on the rank over here. Okay, why do you say Kodachi VPN is better than Malvad? Well, for me, because I'm setting up the node, not Malware is setting up the node for me, the VPN node. So I trust this 100% Kodachi VPN. This is as Warith, as a user. When I use Kodachi, I wouldn't use Malware, I would use Kodachi VPN because it's my node. I know what's inside there. I know that I don't keep the logs. I know that I destroy those nodes from time to time. But I don't think Malware destroy them. They're good. They don't keep logs. They claim that. Can you verify that? You cannot verify because you don't have access to the nodes, right? I don't have access to hide me. I know they're good. I don't have access to them. But Kodachi VPN, I have access. I have the root access, and I know that I don't keep any stuff over there. That's why I trust Kodachi VPN more than any other provider. But for you as a user, you have the right to choose any provider. That's why I've given you this capability. If you buy a package with Malware, all you have to do, select this one, edit the config file of Malware, enter your username and password here. That's it. You're done. There's another settings if you want to randomize nodes and stuff. You can do that. But this is how simple it is. Okay, it will give you the list. See, whenever I click here, there is nothing here, right? Because Kodachi nodes are brought from the server. You don't have control of them. I keep randomizing. Each time a user connects, he'll get another IP. This is to balance, the traffic, so we don't kill one server by overloading the users. So it will keep giving you random IPs whenever you connect to Kodachi. Where in Malware, you can set which node you want to connect to. Okay, what's the point of setting to one node instead of other? Because this node might be faster than this. So you need always to connect to this, or you need to be from a specific country. Okay, it tells you where is the path, as you can see here. If I place the mouse over here, it tells me how many profiles of Malware VPN are available, and where is the path, where is it located. Okay, so for Malware we have 290. If I need to use specific profile, I just come here and say, here it says random Malware VPNs. Do you want it random? I say no, don't make it random. I need it to use whatever VPN you give it profile, it will use it. Okay, so I won't save this. Okay, you see how to configure Malware. It's the same with hide VPN. Hide VPN, I place the mouse over here. It says I have 79 profiles, and if I want to connect, it will pop up the file so I can enter my username and password. Of course, yes, hide me is better than Nord. Nord is better than Proton VPN. Okay, now NordVPN, it has the most number of nodes. So see, it takes a while because once I click on it, because total number of nodes is 5,569. That's plenty of nodes. Okay, you have Proton Mail, and they have almost 629, which is impressive. Rise VPN is a free VPN. So from number 3 to number 6, you have to buy. 1 and 2, 7 and 8, you don't have to buy. They're free of charge. You don't have to buy. Okay, so with Rise VPN, which I don't like about them, well, they're free, but Rise Up VPN requires IPv6 to be enabled, and I don't like that. But you can still use it. Once you connect, you'll be one that IPv6 will be enabled. How do you tell if it's enabled or not? See here, printer caps is on, no. IPv6 is on, no. If I try to connect to Rise Up VPN now, see what happens. This will go to yes. First of all, I'll get a warning. Of course, now I'm connected to Kodachi. Okay, you can see here, Kodachi VPN is on. Now I'm asking it to connect to Rise Up. There is no username, there is no password, it's free. So if I say connect, I'll get a warning. Okay, Rise requires IPv6 to be enabled. Are you sure you want to do that? With Rise VPN, you cannot use Torify, you cannot use DNS script. So DNS script will be switched on to any other provider, but not DNS script, not Tor DNS. If I say yes, Kodachi will disconnect. VPN will switch to Quad 9 or any DNS switch you like, but you shouldn't use DNS script or Tor DNS. So now it says connect to Rise VPN. You'll see an icon over here. As you can see, it's trying to connect. Yes, I'm connected to Rise VPN. So if now I'm connected to Rise VPN, I should have a Rise VPN IP over here, right? So you can see the information is a bit slow to update on this one. Of course, it's slow over here, but here it's slow, right? And if you don't like this, you can come to Panic Room and say instead of 20 seconds to update, I put it into 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds you refresh this, enter, and save. This is the save. So I've saved the settings now permanently. Now you can see our IP is from France, and this provider is actually Rise. You can see if I place the mouse, it says Rise VPN, and over here you will see Rise VPN. Okay, so this is the beauty of Kodachi. You have multiple providers, VPN providers, and you can choose which one suits you the best. Gate VPN is also free provider, but they're very slow when it comes to their nodes. They're very slow public nodes. So well, you can use them if you want to be highly anonymous and you don't want to pay for it, because if you pay, you have to sometimes you have to reveal your identity. Even if you use Bitcoin, well, people can trace you back. So if you want to be like highly anonymous, so you use something that you haven't paid for it, which is Rise VPN, Gate free VPN, or Kodachi, because your ID is not being revealed during the payment. Okay, so let's say I'm having a provider which is not listed here. What can I do? You can always set up your own VPN config. So when you click on this edit config, you place your entire VPN configuration over here. You have to know what you're doing, and once you're done, close it and connect. It will connect to that provider. Okay, so if your provider, your favorite provider, is not listed here, all you have to do is ask the provider, VPN provider, please give me the OVPN file or configuration. They will give you that. Put it on this file. Of course, you have to read the instructions how to do it, and then go ahead and do it. What else can be done here? Now, if I need to choose the fastest Malware VPN or the fastest Hide Me VPN, how can I do that? Do I have to go through each profile, take the IP and ping it and see the latency? No, Kodachi does that for you through the dashboard. All you have to do is click on this and speed test. That's it. It will ping each and every node. As you can see, it's pinging node number 2 out of 79, number 3 out of 79. Then it will give you the results, which are the top 10 fastest node, and you can pick the one you want. That is how easy it is. Of course, on the server, I always update the nodes. So today it's, let's say, Malware. It says, hang on, it's updating. Oh, node, okay, 5,569, right? If there is an update of these profiles for Malware or for Node VPN, all you have to do is, before you connect to any of these provider, of course, not all of them the update profile applies to, so it only applies to 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Gate VPN. How do I know it applies or no? I think if you click here, it says nothing, so it means it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. I think this one as well, it doesn't apply, but you can see the files, because you can see you can configure them. Gate, it applies. Rise Up, it doesn't apply. So if I click on Rise Up and I say update, see, it says profile update not available for Rise VPN. But if I wanted to update it for Hide Me, let's say, and I say update, it will go and fetch. See, it says downloading Hide Me. So it go and fetch all these new profiles and put them ready for you to use. How cool is that? Okay, you have 79 open files, open VPN files, okay, and it gives you the location. Oh, if you tell me, okay, now I need to know where they are, where they're stored. Open directory. Here we go. This is the VPN, Hide VPN profiles. Just with a single click, Malware, open, it gives you Malware. Okay. Now, yes, I know you won't get Kodachi dashboard any other operating system in the world. That's 100% I'm positive, because I developed this my own, and I'm pretty sure it's not there in any of the operating systems in the world, whether it's Security OS or whatever it is. This is only available in Kodachi, and this is what makes Kodachi unique, because the dashboard has features which you don't find in any other operating system, and it will take you ages in order to learn the commands and how to do them. So what I did is I took all this experience and built this dashboard for you, so you don't have to go and do a research and find how do I change the time zone, how do I block traffic, how do this is all takes ages to learn, but this has all been simplified in one unique dashboard. Okay, now what are these buttons? In every tab you will see these buttons. You see they are here. Of course it varies from tab to another, but mainly you can see restore and save. This is the save. So when I did the changes to 2000, if I did not click on this one, it will not save. So the next time I launch dashboard, it will be 20,000 instead of 2000, right? Because the settings were not saved. I did not click on this. Now if you ask me, do I have a button if I change on this tab and then I change on this and I forgot what I did, do I have to go and click in each one to save? No, you have to go to panic room and save all settings. That's it. Now everything on all tabs will be saved, whatever changes you made. Now you have to spend time on the dashboard. It's not something that you switch it on, oh okay, finish, it's easy, you close it and you think you know it. No, it will take you at least 3 days or 4 days to master the dashboard, because it has a lot of features that you have to learn. That's why today I'm trying to simplify the entire process for you, so it's easy for you to catch up whenever you try to learn by your own. So over here you can save whatever on this tab. So if I click save, it will save what is on VPN tab. It won't save on Tor, anything on DNS changes, only limited to the VPN tab. If I click on restore, it will restore all settings to default. All settings will be restored to default. So if you messed up with anything, always click on this, reset all settings to default, then changes will be back to default. Now over here, we are done with this one. We've covered this. Now let us see, we're still on the same, which is the VPN tab. Of course, this is the log. When I connect now to, let's get back to Kodachi VPN. So I clicked on this. You've seen that this is shut down, is getting shut down now, and Kodachi will go back to Kodachi VPN, right? The Linux Kodachi will try to connect to a Kodachi VPN node. Now what happens? The IP changes. So instead of having 21, I had 32 with Rise VPN. Now it will get back to 21. Okay, let's assume this is the IP I don't want to be leaked. This is my ISP IP, right? And the VPN got disconnected while I'm away from my PC. Your real IP, which is this one, will be leaked, right? Now what can you do? I've placed those features for you. Each feature has an explanation. You always have to place the mouse to know what it does. You understand? And you have to know what you're doing. So this one says block traffic on VPN down. It means if VPN process is down, it tells you, yeah, VPN process drops. If it goes down and my IP might get leaked, please block the traffic. Do you want to test it? Okay, let's test it. So now I'm having ping google.com, right? Internet is working. Now I'm asking it block the traffic if my VPN is on. But I don't want that. I also want to alert me. Let me see if my voice, sorry, my sound card is connected. Yes, it's connected. Okay. Now I'm also asking me to beep or to send a sound alert if the process is off. Okay, so I can switch off the VPN by disconnect, or let's say you were infected by a virus and a virus tried to switch off your VPN. Okay, sudo kill all open VPN. Okay, see what happens? The traffic gets blocked, nothing will leak, and you have a sound alarm. You see how cool it is? Okay, so now I'm allowing the traffic back. As you can see, it's back, and I'm shutting off the alarm. See how cool it is? You know, if you know how to use the dashboard, you can always be safe, and you can rely on the security of Linux Kodachi. Now, this is one feature. What we can do is, I can block the traffic on IP change. What is the IP? You have to give it the IP. It is always relying on this, the watched IP. If I click on this, update your watched IP, which IP do you want to monitor? If I click, it will grab the IP from the internet and show it over here. Oh, okay, my internet is still blocked. Okay, if you have this problem, let's say you have this problem, you can enable this and disable it. Okay, and it will get you the IP or your internet back. Or always, your Superman is panic room. He is your saver. If you mess up everything, just come here and find the solution. You can either, number one, click on repair network and it will fix this issue, or you can come over here and say clear firewall rules. So if I click on clear, see it says 0 MS, and you see there's no internet. If I click on clear firewalls, now my firewall rules are cleared. I should get my internet back. Okay, what does it say? Okay, still my internet is not back. What can I do? I go to panic room and click on repair network. This is how you take it step by step. Okay, this script will try to fix my internet. No internet found. I'm trying this. Firewall disable all traffic. No internet found. Okay, it fixed it. See, internet found, no issues, do nothing, bye. You see? So I took it step by step. First of all, I cleared the firewall. No, it did not fix it. Then I clicked on repair network and it got it fixed, right? Let's assume you clicked on repair network and it wasn't fixed. What can you do? What's step 3? You have to go VM, remote, network, disconnect. If you click on disconnect and then you come back again and click on connect, the network will be repaired. Okay, this is how you troubleshoot your internet connectivity. Okay, now let's get back to VPN. Over here, I'm asking it to monitor an IP. What is the IP? I have to click this, because now we have internet, it will grab me the IP. Okay, so this is IP I'm watching. If I click on block traffic on IP change, I'm asking Kodachi to monitor this IP. You see, now it's disabled. You cannot do anything with it, because now you're actually telling Kodachi, if this IP changes to anything else, block my traffic. And also you can enable sound alert with this. How simple is that? Okay, if you want this IP, unblock this. If you want this IP to be automatically, so each time you connect to a VPN, you don't want to go and click on this. It's boring, right? To get the new IP, you can do this. Click on this and automatically it will update this box for you. So if you connect to Italian VPN, it will give you the Italian VPN over here. Whatever VPN you connect to, it will update this box for you. How cool is that? Okay, now imagine I want the IP which is in my profile, because sometimes VPN providers, they give you an IP on a profile, while if you connect, because it is a multi-hop VPN, so it won't give you the IP of your profile. It will give you an IP of the next hop VPN, right? I don't know if you understand me, but I'm trying to simplify this for you. So I need my profile IP, not the one that internet resolves for me now, not 11. So if those two IPs are different, you can always ask Kodachi to read your VPN IP from the profile. So if I click on this, it went to my profile and it grabbed the IP. In my case, they're both the same, so you see this unchanged. It's the same, okay? Now, if you don't want to rely on Kodachi to monitor IP, and you say, I want to rely on IP tables, it's the same. Give it the correct IP over here and say block traffic on IP change. Now it will add IP tables rules for you to monitor this IP. So anything, if IP changes, it will block the internet. It can monitor the port as well. So if the IP is the same, but the port has changed, it will block the traffic for you. So, and you can also click on this, block all traffic now regardless VPN. So now, you know, someone just came in, I want to shut down my internet. It's very simple. Block, it's blocked. And you have a flag here raised telling you that your internet is blocked. If I unblock this, my internet gets back again. This is like 5-6 IP tables commands. You don't have to know them. All you have to do in Kodachi is click those checkboxes. That's it. Okay. Of course, we've explained what are these. This is to fake your time zone based on your IP, VPN IP, and your time. Also to spoof your MAC address. Okay, I'm done with the VPN. I think everything is displayed over here and is being explained. What is this? Okay, this one is clear and stop update. Okay, over here you have a log. Each time you connect, you'll see a log here. You see text going on here because it gives you the system logs. Of course, because on recent version I've disabled the system log to save memory, you won't see anything over here. It won't show you. Okay, because the system logs are disabled. You can always enable them if you want to. I think I can add that to Kodachi dashboard in the future to enable system logs if someone prefers, because at the moment you won't see anything here, but I think you would see anything. You'd see photo. Let us try it again. So I've disconnected, okay, VPN, and I've clicked on connect again, and it says Kodachi VPN will start shortly. So you are supposed to see something over here. Let us see Tor. Even Tor doesn't show anything because the logs are disabled. Okay, this disconnect. You have to give it a time, huh? Don't click very fast. If you click very fast, it won't pick up the command. So first, make sure it's disconnected. Once you get a pop-up, it means you're cool. Then you go for the next step. VPN will shut down. Okay, please shut down VPN. Okay, it's shutting down VPN. See, I gave it a time. Always give it a time once you click from a button to another. So VPN is shut down. Now you can go and click on connect. So it says Kodachi VPN will connect shortly. Okay, now it's trying to connect to Kodachi, but you don't see the logs over here. If you enable the logs, and I think this is the way to enable it, if I still remember, sudo service syslog, I think. I forgot the command. Yeah, that's the command, rsyslog. So if I say rsyslog start, okay, let us see if it's working or not. I think it shouldn't be. Oh, it's running. Okay, let's disconnect again. And now connect. Okay, give it a time to disconnect. VPN shutting down. Now connect. Okay, got it? You see now the log is here because I've just activated the system log. Okay, I did that to save the life of SSD, hard disk, and also not to have logs on your system. It's better for your security. But as you can see, to enable it is easy. I will include this in the future on the dashboard to make it easy. all you have to do is sudo service rsyslog start, and it will start. If you need to stop it, it's also very easy. Just copy this. You can see the logs now. Of course, for Tor it will work as well. You can see the logs of VPN when it tries to connect. And if I say stop, the log will disappear. Okay, let's leave it on for now. Of course, you have all the tabs except the about. They're all non-green. Why? Because you lost your VPN, you lost your Tor connection, you lost your DNS crypt, and the panic room score is below 50. That's why they're not green. Okay. The about tab will always stay green unless there is an update for Kodachi. If there is an update, you will have this as different color, and this button will be enabled. We'll get into this later. Okay, now VPN is on. We got it green. Now Tor will be connected. It's green, I think. Yes, now we'll get an IP. You can hide any of this information if you want. So if I want to hide this one, I can hide by clicking this. If I want to hide Tor, this is how I hide the log of Tor. Okay, now let's move to the next tab, which is Tor. Tor now is on. So as you can see, there is a process. The age is 14 seconds, but we haven't got the country yet. Now the country is here. It's connected to Hungary. Okay, and this is what you can do with Tor. Of course, with VPN, if you click, the profile changes, right? You can see immediately, but it doesn't connect. You have to click on connect or disconnect. With Tor, no, you don't have to click connect and disconnect. If Tor is on, all I have to do is click on the country I want the exit node to be. So if I want to be from Poland, I just click Poland. Immediately I got a notification that my Tor exit, instead of being from Hungary, it will be from Poland. That's how easy it is. You just click on the country and it will switch to the country, the desired country. Of course, you can disable Tor, you can start it, you can Torify a shell. Torify shell is you have a shell with Tor connection, so it doesn't go through your VPN, it goes through Tor. Okay, you can have Tor of obfuscation, I think, yeah, and you can exclude some countries. Now, if you ask me, what is 5 eyes countries? What is 9 eyes countries? What is 14? People avoid some of these countries. Of course, you can see the country exit node is Poland, as we set it up over here. It's changed over here, and the IP is different. So what are these exits? I mean, to exclude 5 eyes. All you have to do is click on this, show eyes, and it will tell you, okay, if you want to exclude 5 eyes, it means you don't want Australia, you don't want Canada, you don't want UK, you don't want US, you don't want New Zealand. So Poland doesn't fall into this. So you can have any country except those 5. If you want all countries except this plus this, that's why it's 9, because we have 4 here and we have 5 here, total give you 9. If we have 5 here and we have 4 here and we have how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means it will give you a total of 14 countries. If you want to exclude all of these countries, you click on this one and it will exclude. Of course, it gave me Sweden now because I clicked on this. Each time you click on one of them, it will create a new circuit for Tor. Okay, how cool is that? Okay. Now, if I want to renew the circuit, I click on this. Update Tor circuit, so it will disconnect and get me a new circuit, a new IP. Okay. If I want to disable Tor, I will click on this. I want a Torify shell. I click on this. You can see Tor mode activated. Every command will be Torified on this shell. Let me close this. Okay. So anything you do here, it will go through this IP, which is 31. Okay. Only here, nothing to do with your browser. It's only here. This is a Torified shell. So if you use Element or Session Messenger or whatever, your IP will be the Russian IP, not the Tor IP. Okay. Now, if I want everything, including this messenger, my browser, everything to leave my PC through Tor, what I need to do is click on this, Torify entire system. Once I click on Torify entire system, okay, I have to disable IP6. It's always better to disable it. We're not using Rise Up VPN, so come over here and say uncheck this, save my settings. Now let us see what happens. Sometimes you will have IPs which are not correct. Just give it a time and it will correct itself. See, now it says Torify IP is similar to VPN IP, which is wrong. So now it corrected itself. See, now my Torify IP is from Germany and it ends with 245. My Tor IP is from Germany but it ends with 24. Now everything that comes out from this VM will have this IP. Can we prove that? Yes. If I run a terminal, check the IP. It grabbed this IP, not the VPN IP. You can yet verify the website. Let's check the website that we've seen earlier. And over here you can see the IP is 240. 240 is this one, the Torify IP. You can notice something. It says time zone Berlin and the time is here, right? It's all fake. If you come over here, the time zone is Berlin. So everything has been faked, including your MAC ID, which is this one. Okay, so we've covered this part as well. If I want any country, I don't care whether it's from the 9 countries or 5 or whatever, I click on this one and it will pick a random country from anywhere in the world. Of course, you can specify the country you want the exit node to be from. So if I want from this exit node, this should change automatically according to the country I've selected over here. So from 240, it should give you something else. Okay. Over here, you can set how do you want Tor to start. If you want Tor to start with VPN only, it means when I disconnect VPN, Tor should die. Then you leave this on. If you want Tor to run regardless the VPN status, then you choose this one. Okay, so it's all based on your preference over here. So let us try this. Torify entire system. I will disable this. Now it says start Tor with VPN only. Okay, if you disable this one, it will kill Tor entirely. Okay, so you have to say start Tor again in order to have Tor running. And now once we have Tor running, let us wait for it. You can always hide this map by clicking this again. So if you have a green, it means it's on, and disable it by clicking over it again. Now Tor will start, I believe, if I clicked on this. No, it hasn't started, so what I have to do is, no, okay, I got it on, yeah, it's here. So it's running, and why it's running? Because VPN is still on. If I disconnect VPN, this will die over here. Of course, it's trying to get you the IP. Now it's from this exit. So let me change to this node. It depends on the availability of this country as well, if they have a node on Tor running at the moment or not. At the moment it picked up 17, as you can see. Yeah, okay, we got it right. So it depends. Okay, over here you have more nodes and it's more anonymous. I think the countries are better to start from 1, and the least are, you know, the countries you want to avoid, which falls into the eyes filtering method. Okay, if I click on this, no matter VPN is on or off, Tor will always be on. So if you click like this and you click on start, it will tell you Tor service enabled without VPN. So even if I kill VPN now, Tor will remain on. Okay, that's the point of having these two features. Torify, we've seen that, where you torify the entire system. You remember when we had filtering over here? You block the traffic if the IP changes and stuff. You can do the same with Tor. If you want to block traffic, okay, ping google.com. Okay, now what I'm asking basically, if I lost my Tor, block the traffic. How cool is that? Not VPN, Tor. So block the traffic and let me know about it if I lost my Tor connection. So sudo kill all Tor. I'm killing Tor. Huh? So Tor is off now. I'm getting a warning and my traffic is blocked. To enable it again, just disable this and remove the alarm. Okay, now you have your internet back because you wanted it to let you know. Now also, if I want to notify me, okay, kill the Tor if VPN is off. So if VPN gets off, let me know about it and kill Tor. So don't let any traffic to leak from my PC through the Tor network if VPN is off. So I want 2 layers of security. All I have to do is click on this. Now if I sudo kill all OpenVPN, this will raise an alarm and it will block the traffic. Okay, those features are called the kill switch. Okay, you always see kill switch on VPN providers, and actually what I did is I had more than one option to kill switch whatever you don't want to leak through your network. Of course, these buttons are the same. You can stop the log over here, you can restore, and you can save. Okay, now we are done with the Tor tab. Let's move on to DNS. Now, whatever has to do with VPN tab is everything related to VPN, Tor, everything related to Tor. Now, anything to do with DNS, you will find it on the DNS tab. If you use DNS script, this will be smiling and giving you a green icon. If you use Tor, it will be smiling and giving you a green icon. If you use anything else, it's not bad, it's still good, but these two are encrypted. That's why you get the green shield instead of getting the red shield. Okay, so now I'm having everything on. It means my score is almost 75%. Okay, and everything is cool. You can switch DNS same as Tor with a single click. If I want to change to, let's say, to Cloudflare, one click, it says changing to Cloudflare. You should see a pop-up over here and Cloudflare DNS has started. Yeah, here's Cloudflare. Now you can ask the Kodachi dashboard to give you the numbers. It will read from the DNS. Where does it read it from? It reads it from here. cat etc resolve. Okay, this is the DNS file, right? So whatever IPs you have here is exactly the same over here. So if you ask it to read from the file, you click on this, grab DNS server from DNS file, it will read those files. You understand? This is how simple it is. If I need to validate those IPs, whether they're working, whether they're resolving my DNS or not, I can always click on this. It will validate first this, then this one. See, it tells you this is valid and the second one is valid. You can validate your DNS numbers as well. Okay. If you don't want to rely on this, you can set manually. So I can set this to 9.9.9.9, set DNS manually. The first one will be changed to 9.9.9. The other one will remain the same because I only changed one. So it says custom DNS started. Custom means something you picked up, it wasn't one of the lists, and the custom is this one. If you're not happy with this way of doing it, you can manual edit your DNS file. It will launch the DNS file and you can enter whatever you want over here. Okay, you can block the traffic. Okay, if DNS changes. So let's say you had a script that went and changed your DNS entries, and you want to know about that. Click on this. Anything that changes on the DNS file, it will alert you with a sound alert if the sound alert is on. Okay, We've seen this on the beginning of the video where you can stop the recovery of the DNS. Over here, force DNS, no, it means it won't force the DNS, but if you click on this will change to yes. Of course, you have it over here as well, if I'm not mistaken. Auto, no, it's not here because it's already here. You can tell if it's on or not by looking into this checkbox. You can tell it's enabled, so it's not part of this information. Okay, you can test if your DNS is leaking by clicking on this. Okay, it will test the DNS leakage. This is similar to what you have on the browser, DNS leak, and you can test your leakage over here. Leakage means, well, I'm from Muscat now, I'm from Oman, right? I'm not supposed to see any Omani flags or any Omani IPs here. If I see those, it means my VPN is leaking my DNS. And of course, I shouldn't see anything from Germany because this is my ISP now. So now, see, you can see it's Netherlands, United States, whatever. Nothing to do with Oman, nothing to do with Germany. So I don't have any German leakage. It gives me my ISP IP, which is this, and this is my remote. ISP 21, remote is 11, and the DNS servers which are been resolved, used to be to resolve my DNS queries, and none of them is related to my IP, so I don't have any DNS leakage. Though it says here DNS may be leaking, but it's not leaking. If I had an IP saying Oman here, then you have a problem. If you are from UK and you see a UK IP here, then you have a DNS leakage. I think it's clear now. Okay, now if you see here, it says IP source from DG, and here IP source from DG77, right? It's clear. Now this means this IP which I'm getting, this one and this one and this one, there is a query sent to DG77 asking it, what's my IP? The query sends back to Kodachi saying, your ISP IP is this, your VPN IP is this, your Tor IP is this. If I don't want to rely on Kodachi's website to retrieve my IP, and I want it to be decentralized, means just fetch randomly from any website that reveals my IP. That is very simple. All you have to do, instead of choosing retrieve IP from DG77, retrieve IP randomly. Now what Kodachi will do, it will send the queries to get your IP address from one of these websites over here. Those websites which are listed over here, they provide IP service. So each time Kodachi will ping to one of these sites randomly, and it will grab the IP address from it. So you can see now it's grabbing from MD5. Where is MD5? It picked it randomly from the list. MD5 is this one. You can see here. You can set it to 1. So if I want it only to get it from here, if I set domain, click on set domain, it will only get it from this host. Okay, so set domain. Now instead of getting it randomly from one of these providers, it will only be limited to this icon. Okay, this is how simple to play with the dashboard. And this is random, decentralized. Pick a random one, pick from DG77, and here pick to whatever you want to give. You can set your own over here. If you know a website that does this, you can give it over here. Okay, let's give it this one. Set domain to this one. Okay, we still have internet, and it should set it to curl my IP. It says custom, but the IP is not the same. Give it some time. This should change. Sometimes it will give you, oh no, it's right. Yeah, it's curl my IP, okay? But if it gave you the wrong, you have to try it again. That's it, because there is overlapping on the engine. Sometimes it might be trying to do something and you give it a command, it doesn't pick it up. So just try it again. Anyway, we got the IP over here. Now it's only getting it from here. Okay. If I need to get who is information of any of those, so if I picked curl now and I need to know who is the owner of the domain, click on this and click on this. Now it will grab the who is information about this provider. You can do it for any of the providers over here and it will go and grab it for you. Okay, done. I think we've covered everything to do with the DNS. Of course, these 4 over here, this one has malware filter and this one has adult filter. It's good for the kids. This one has malware and this one has adults. For me, if you ask me, whoever reads your DNS to tell you whether this is malware or not is actually reading your DNS queries. So he's bad. So I avoid them. So if I really want to use Cloudflare, I wouldn't use it with filters. I would use the normal Cloudflare, which is here. Okay. So we are done with the DNS. If we move to DNS scripts, you can see VPN is off, right? While Tor is still on. Why? Because we had it start Tor regardless VPN. If the VPN is off, I still need Tor to be on. So here we go. Tor is on, though VPN is off. If I switch to this and click start, Tor service enabled with VPN only. So VPN is not on. Immediately you should see this process going down. It will shut off the Tor because I've asked it not to run unless VPN is on. So Tor has shut down. Okay. Now, panic room. What does panic room means? Panic room is when you have a problem and you need to solve it. Okay, it has a lot of cool features. So basically this is panic room and settings room. Okay, you can play with a lot of settings. Kodachi has turned off Tor as we gave it the instruction because VPN is not running. So VPN is off, Tor is off. Okay, now there's a cool features here which yet only available in Kodachi, not anywhere else. To start with, system monitor. So this is a dashboard. I have another dashboard. To launch the other dashboard is the system monitor. This one has to do with your logs, with everything. You understand? So if you want to see your system logs, click on system monitor. The first one is your logs. And you can play with this one. This has to do with logs, as I said. Now I'm showing the beginning of the file. I can show the end of the file. See? Beginning, the end of the file. Show the entire file, which is big, yet you can see it, and it will give you also the number of characters and the number of lines of this file. It will tell you where I'm reading this file from. So everything is transparent for you. When was the file modified? Okay, how many lines it has. If you don't like the log display and you want the terminal display, you click on this. Okay, if it's too long it won't give you, but let us try something else which is less intense. Oh, you can go here to show it. Just say, tell me show it beginning, and it will show you. You can still view it on the CMD, but not the entire because it will crash. That's why when the characters cross the boundaries, I just don't display the log. Okay, you have a limitation on the CMD view. So show me the beginning of the file and it will show you. You have var log boot log, so you can see the boot log. Okay, end of the file. This is the end of the file. Show boot logs, DM message or D message. I don't know what this code meant, but this is how it's pronounced. And this is the command. What I'm doing exactly to get this. This is the command. Okay, there. Why do I have those? They are useful for people. You know, if you troubleshoot, you want to know what happened. What did happen with my kernel? I can just come over here, okay, and see what happened with my kernel. If you don't want this display, you can always see it on this display. You can always increase the size. Okay, monitor local JSON. Okay, what is JSON? whatever you do in Kodachi on dashboard is sent as a JSON parameter to Kodachi. So the Kodachi engine picks up those parameters and changes the settings accordingly. So if you need to know what's going on live, all you have to do, click on this one and say watch. It means every 5 seconds let me know what's going on, and auto scroll. And now you can see, let's put this into 1 second. Okay, and now save it. Now see, every 1 second what will happen. If there is a query, of course, you will see it updating. Now show end of the file. This was the last query. Okay, now this is the new query. If I ask it to change DNS to Nord DNS, see, you will see the Nord DNS query there. This is the Nord going up, see? So whatever you do here is actually being sent into the JSON file. So here I'm giving you the privilege to know what's going on, what JSON parameters are going on the background. Okay, because many people, when they use a security system, they want it to be transparent. They don't want anything to be hidden. How can you trust Kodachi if you don't know what Kodachi is doing on the back end? That's why I'm giving you the privilege to see all the logs and all the inputs. If I want to see the Kodachi log itself, this is the Kodachi local log. So the local log means this log is in your system. Okay, where is it? It's here, showing home kodachi.kbase.kodachi.json. It gives you the location of the log file, the MD5 of the file. Okay, so you can tell whether it got updated or not, because MD5 will never stay the same if it got updated. So there's MD5 continuously checking. See, it changed now. It means the Kodachi file, whatever command you give here, it will go over here. Of course, the MD5 will be updated. Okay, this is all to do with the security, to make you people trust this operating system. There is a remote Kodachi JSON file, and the remote one has the parameters of Kodachi, like where the ISO is from. Okay, and it always down. If I don't want to scroll it, just disable this and disable this. Now you can play with it and see whatever is in there. So these domains, what is this? This is server fee 3. It has to do with the domains over here. So it's actually getting them from the server. Okay, why is it stored remotely? Because if this one dies tomorrow, I don't have to release update. All I have to go is update the JSON file, and this will be updated to every user. Okay, that's how it is done. This information has to do with the ISO file, the MD5, the update. Yeah, why do I have updates here? It gives you the pack, and it gives you the hash SHA512. It means if there is an update, there will be a checksum of SHA512 of that update to make sure whether no one has tampered the data and you're getting the exact update you're meant to get. Okay, there's a lot of things to explain here, but I will skip in order to cover the other stuff. How many Kodachi users do I have, and most of them are system users over here, but you can tell the users. Those are the users. This is Kodachi user, which we are using at the moment currently. Oh, I just went to another thing. Display Kodachi user. Okay, these are the users. Display Kodachi hashes of local users. Okay, those are the hashes of local users. Display Kodachi local groups. Of course, these are all commands. This is a command. See, I'm just getting it from here. Okay, local hosts. This is the local host. You can change the local host from the panic room. So this is the current host, and you can set the host to anything you want. Top CPU usage, you can monitor the CPU usage. If the view isn't good, you can always click on terminal and it will give you. Okay, this is the top CPU usage. So it tells me K-base Kodachi, this is taking the most, which is the dashboard now. You got me? So watch, and it will update every 1 second. You can see show end of file, show beginning of the file, and it will give you on the top. Okay, so now Firefox is taking the most, I think. No, there's also above here. but the list is long and it keeps updating every 1 second. You can number of lines. So if I want to see the top, I will tell you just give me the first 10 lines. Now you can see I'm seeing only the first 10 lines. See, you can always play with stuff. I couldn't see the top of the list, but by adjusting this number, now I'm able to see who is consuming most of my CPU. Okay, display network information. Okay, you can see the network information, Kodachi bandwidth. This is live, it will give you the Kodachi bandwidth. You should switch off watch, because this is automatically will update. You don't have to click on watch. See, now it's stable, and it gives me the nodes where I'm connected to. You understand? You can see who is consuming my bandwidth, what ports have been used now. It gives me the ports that have been used now. I have those ports at the moment. Memory information. Of course, I'm limiting the lines. You can have 30 lines, and it will give you more. Memory usage. That is memory information. And now memory usage. Okay. What consumes the most? I think the most will be the bottom of the menu. Firefox, you can see. Wow, 200 MB. Okay. Advanced disk information. And this is all to do with the disk. Okay. Installed packages. What is installed in Kodachi? I need to know all the list. It's too long for the terminal, so I disable the terminal view, and I can see the list of all Firefox. You see fonts, all of anything which is installed Kodachi, you should be able to see it on this list. Okay, I'm getting this through this command, sudo apt list install. Okay, and show me Kodachi hardware ID. This is your hardware ID. So if you are asked to show your hardware ID, provide it. If you get blocked, this is the hardware ID, but this is chopped, so it fits on the screen, and this is the full version of it. You can come here. Why it keeps changing? I did not click on this. Okay, this is the ID, and if you click here, you place the mouse here, you can see the hardware ID starts with 8, ends with 2. Starts with 8, ends with 2. So they're identical. Now, if I don't want to see the logs and all of this stuff, I want to see Kodachi source. Now people keep saying, why you don't update GitHub with the source? Because you have the source code on your system. You don't have to go to GitHub. All you have to do, there's 2 ways. Number 1, click on this, Control H to see the hidden files, get into Keybase. This is all the source in front of you. Go one by one, review it, let me know your feedback anytime. Okay, it's all open, it's all bash scripts. Okay, so if you ask me how do you update the system, to update the system I'm running this script. So everything is in front of you. It will show you how I'm checking some of the files, how I'm updating the kernels. It's all open for you. If you don't want to do it the boring way, you can come over here and ask dashboard, please show me the source code. Now this will change. Instead of showing you logs, it will show you those files which are in Keybase. If you click on any file, if I want to see the source code of this conky number 2 here, I click number 2 here, and this is the source code. It's limited by 30 lines. If I don't want to limit it, I can say, I don't know, 2000 lines, and it will show you all the lines. You see, the entire script is open for everyone to audit. So whatever script you want to, this is the engine of Kodachi, system health. Actually this one has everything to do, whatever you are seeing here is actually being run by this script. See, it has everything. It's very long script, but yet it's open for everyone to review it. So Kodachi source code, you have to launch dashboard from here, get into panic room, and then system monitor, and then you click on this icon which says view Kodachi source code, and you will see the source code. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Let us see. Of course, you know, auto scroll, watch, beginning. Oh, you can find a keyword. Can we find Warith? Yes, Warith is here. It gave me Warith. You can clear. Okay, you can copy to clipboard. So if I click this, it will be copied and pasted. You can paste it anywhere. You can save. You can hide, show list. The list is hidden, the list is shown. This is to change to terminal, or get it back to the normal view. And what is this? Open selected file on editor. Oh, okay. If I want to open this file on editor, I just click this. You see? It's all simple. You can go and have a look at it. Just click on this icon, select the file and click on that icon. If I want to see the directory of that command, click on this and it gives me the directory. And open selected path on terminal. If I want to open this path on terminal, here we go. How cool is this? Everything is being simplified. Okay. We are done with system monitor. Now the password manager. With this, okay, Kodachi default password, we all know it, is root 00, right? This is the default password of any Kodachi. If you want to change this, you don't have to go to command line. Type it over here, type the new password. My new password is something, okay. COVID-19. And my new password again, COVID-19. Let's make a mistake here and add a 0. So this password is not same as this. And if I say apply, it will say new password is not same as confirmation password. So they both have to be the same. If this one is wrong, apply, it will tell me the existing password is wrong. Okay. Now if I get everything right, my password will be changed to COVID-19. Apply. Password for Kodachi has been changed to COVID-19. How simple is to change your user password now with Linux Kodachi? Of course, you can copy, you can delete, and you can change the password of any other user if it's root. If you have a custom root user, let's say Warith, but it has to exist. If it doesn't exist, the system will tell you it's not there. Apply. Username does not exist. Okay, how cool is that? If you don't want to memorize a password and you want to have a strong password, use this one, password generator. So generate no symbols. Let us see it. This one with no symbols. Long password with symbols. Again another one. Again another one. It will keep giving you random password with symbols. Short one with symbols. Okay. If I'm happy with this one, copy it and paste it over here. That's it. All the buttons are here for you to use, ready to use. This is the new feature of Password Manager. MAC address control. So you remember we changed the MAC address. This is the new one. Okay. Now you can do more stuff. You can force the MAC address. More stuff to be done with MAC address is within this window. So I don't have to go through this, but you can show what is the available interfaces and what MAC addresses have been assigned to them. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do. So wrong value, show assigned MAC addresses. Show me the assigned. Total MAC address is 1 and it's B4. Okay. Okay. You can change specific MAC address if you know what card you want to change the MAC address of. Okay. Memory control, anything to do with memory, you can force memory clean, memory wipe. Of course, there's a lot of stuff over here as well, which makes them easier, but this is for more advanced users, you know. USB control, this has to do with USB guard tools and USB kill. As I mentioned on the beginning of the video, that you can have a trigger on any USB device in order to set it. If it gets removed, oh sorry, for the first one, you would monitor your USB devices. So no one can plug in any strange device to your system without you allowing it. So it will, by default, you can block all USB devices and only allow the one you want. Okay, this is the USB guard. The second one is what I meant first off when I was talking about the USB guard, where you can set one device to be the trigger to kill your system. So if I plug in a USB now and I switch this and I click on 10 and press yes, if I remove any of the devices on my computer, the system will shut down and wipe the directories that I want. Of course, to set the wiping configuration, I have to edit this file. and over here you can set whatever stuff you want to be done when the USB kill triggers. Okay, you can install drivers, script controls. Okay, whatever runs here, the DNS script, everything, you can see and tell the conky, everything to do with Kodachi scripts that continuously run can be monitored by the script control here. Once you launch it, give it time. Okay, it tells you if it's online and working, it will be green. If it's offline, it will be this color. If it's waiting for update, it will be this color. So all these scripts are running now. If I click on this, all these scripts will stop. Everything will stop. If I click it again, they will run again. If you want to test anything, all you have to do with Kodachi scripts is disable them first, then write your script or modify, then run them again. Okay? There's a resolution script, conkeys, the sudo script, there is a user interface script, the DNS script. So if I stop this, okay, and I come here and I change DNS, it won't change because the engine is being shut down. Okay, so middle click on this icon, I'm back again here, back to panic room, security evaluation to evaluate your security. Okay, you can evaluate based on your IPv6, whether Tor is running, whatever VPN is running, browser is running. You can all evaluate it over here, and it will tell you how to get the 100% score. 50%, okay, is not bad. Anything above 50 is good. But if you want to be one that anything below 40, you can click on this. So if your scores go beyond 40, you will hear an alarm and it will alert you. Okay, one if security score is below 40. This is a cool feature as well. Okay, let's disable this. You have IP locator to tell you where is your current location. So now my VPN is off, but my ISP is from Germany, so it should tell me Germany. Yes, Germany, and this is Germany. Okay, and I'm getting advertisements of popular restaurants in Germany. This is the map. If I don't want this, I can just do this. Okay, accept. Okay, forget about this. If you want to accept, you accept, in order to see where you are from. The IP which is revealed, not where you are from. IP verification, it gives you whether you are actually from Germany, and this is actually your IP. So you can make sure that your IP is not leaked. These are more than one site to verify your internet IP address. Of course, after verifying your IP, it will verify your country, then it will verify your Tor IP and your Tor country if they are on. Okay, this is how it works. Of course, Tor is off, so it will skip the Tor verification process. I can block all UDP traffic. I had a user in Discord. Of course, the community of Kodachi is in Discord at the moment. So I had a user over there complaining about a leakage. I think he was using something called I forgot the name. It's something to do with proxy anyway. So we found out that the latest Firefox was leaking his UDP IP. So in order to prevent that, we had to implement IP rules to block all UDP traffic. So if you are using only TCP and you want to make sure that your firewall is blocking all UDP ports traffic, okay, except for port number 53, which is for DNS resolving, all you have to do is block all UDP. Click on this. That's it. It will block all the UDP traffic. Okay, if you want to clear the rules, you just click on this and all rules will be clear. This one will save all settings in all tabs. So save all settings. Always remember, place the mouse, it will tell you what it does. Now, if you want to verify the SSL of any website, you know, with any website, there is SSL fingerprint, right? Normally you see it, I think it's been a long time since I checked fingerprints, but if I'm not mistaken, the fingerprint is this one. Over here you have SH1 and you have SH256. So here you can verify, but you see how long it is. You don't want to go through all of that to verify. If you know the fingerprint of Google and you want to make sure that it hasn't been tampered, just click google.com, verify, give it the website, it will give you the fingerprint over here. How cool is that? With one click you get the verification of any website. Okay, tg77.com, verify, and this will change. Okay, so I go to the website and check and make sure they match. It means it hasn't been taken. Well, if you have man in the middle, this one will change. It will not be the same as the provider has on their SSL keys or TLS. If you want to change the host, as I said, your host name is here is live OS. If I want to change it to anything random, I click this one. If I want to give it any name, I click this one. If I want to change to the default, I click on this one. So random, you click this, it will give it like a Mac OS host or whatever, if you want to fake. Over here, you can check the balance of any BTC address. So the BTC address of Linux Kodachi, where you can donate, is this one, Bitcoin. If I double click, see, if you place the mouse here, it will give you the BTC address. But if I want the address, double click, and the address will be copied. It's already copied, so double click, it's copied. I come back to Panic Room and I say, check the balance of this. It should give me the same number as this one. This is the BTC balance of the donation. Check. As you can see, it's even below 1 BTC. Come on guys, since 2013 I've been developing this security OS, and since 2013 this is the donation I received. It's very low compared to the effort I'm putting into this project, so please boost it up to 10 or 100, I don't mind, but whatever you can, please donate into this project. Okay, so you can check the address, the balance of any BTC address over here. All right, keystrokes. If someone is watching your keystrokes, you know, they have those frequency grabbing devices. They can like monitor your keys from a distance. So in order to prevent that, you should, you know, introduce a delay when you type. So hi, this is Warith. You see how fast is this? But if I enable this, first of all, you have to know where's your event number. So if I test event, okay, it says 5 not available. Okay, so 5 is not available. Let's just try 4. Oh, sorry, not this one. 4 is not available. 3. Oh, 3 is available. Yeah, 3 is available. So 3 is the correct one, right? I got 3. Now, if I ask it enable clock, which means give me a delay of 5 seconds whenever I type. So enable. So now it's enabled. If I type the same thing, hi Warith, see how slow it is. It's not even typing. See how slow it is. So I'm introducing a delay on my typing keystrokes. You get the point? So whoever is there behind the wall trying to get my keys, he won't get it because you lose the frequency. I don't know how it works, but it's kind of, the device over there relies on a certain frequency to determine whether it's keystrokes from a keyboard or not. So if you delay that, you're messing it up over there and he gets nothing. This is what you can also verify by your website. If you click on this, you get this, and you can always type here to verify. Okay, so it's all simplified for you over here. Over here you can hide your desktop screen. So if I don't want this to be shown, hide, it's gone. Okay, don't click on this and in 1 second you click back again to it and you say, well, nothing happened. Yes, nothing will happen. You have to give the dashboard time to breathe because it sends JSON commands to the JSON file we've talked about earlier. You have to give it time. So I clicked on that. Now I click again, then it will show me the information. So give it some time. Okay, don't rush into clicking into those features. So I've enabled it. Now it will come back. You can disable network devices, disable Wi-Fi, disable your Bluetooth, your RF devices. You can enable swap. Okay, not on live, of course. You can enable IPv6 when you use Rise Up VPN. You saw that how it's automatically done. Enable printer caps. It says here printer caps is no. If I click on yes, then I'll have printer caps in few seconds on here. You can warn if your security is below 40. We've talked about this earlier. Enable auto desktop font adjustment. So now the font size is 10. If this is enabled, whatever resolution I set, it will put it on 10 and make sure it's readable. If you don't want that to be done, just disable this. Okay, the font is now 10. If I say I don't want 10, I want 11, click 11, and the font size is changed from 10 to 11. Okay, dashboard timer. This is the information, how long it takes to retrieve, to update this information. Now it's 2 seconds. Okay, the more the number is, the slower the refresh rates will be. You see the font has increased to 11. You can go up to, I don't know, 14, I'm not sure, but you can go up higher. I like 10. I think it's, see, it went to time to if you mess up, see, now I messed up because I did not give it a chance to breathe. So I can do it manually. Instead of 8, oh, this thing is on, so I have to disable it so I can type normally. So now I want 10, not 8, I want 10. Press enter, 8 to 10, yes, okay. This one is off. You can spoof your Mac over here. If you don't want to do it automatically, you can do it again manually here. So now it's P4, spoof, and now it should give me something new. If you want to restore your original, you just click on restore Mac. It will give you the original Mac which hasn't been changed from the beginning, the factory Mac address. You click on this and you'll get it back. Spoof, it got me the 7E, the new one. I can clean my RAM. See, it's 57. If I click on this, this should change from 57 to something better. Also here, the number would change from 166 to something else. RAM and K had been clean, 1661. Okay, see, from 1661 it went to 1566. So the memory consumption went low because of clear. You can wipe your RAM. Wipe takes time, but it will wipe, so no one can read the information from your RAM. You can block USBs, fast lock USB devices. Okay, new ones. This one is actually, you are activating this. So I just made a shortcut for you here to block. Wipe your logs. You can wipe your system logs, not delete. Delete means anyone with a forensic expertise, you know, can come in and retrieve your logs again back, even though they're deleted. But if you wipe, you are overwriting the data, so no one can get it back. Wipe free disk, the same scenario, is you are wiping the entire disk, which the parts which haven't been used, or they've been used by but marked as deleted previously. You can override those. There is a rootkit hunter, so if you think this system has a rootkit, you can always scan it. You can destroy the system. I don't want to try this, but it will entirely destroy the system. You can always try it. This is live. You can always try this on your live machine, because once you boot, everything will get back to normal. Repair display. If you get anything messed up here, you click on this. Repair Xfce. If this one is messed up, you just click this. It will restart it, as you can see. Repair network. We tried that like 5 times on this video. Wi-Fi scan. If you're having Wi-Fi, it will scan your Wi-Fi and give you the name of your hotspots, which are reachable by your antenna, your Wi-Fi antenna or device. We have integrity tool. You can check MD5, your Kodachi home directory. So now I'm doing a scan. So if I click MD5, it will scan and give me MD5 of each and every file of Kodachi source code. So this is the MD5. Now if you clicked on that, you have a stamp, right, of MD5s. If anything goes and you haven't allowed it, you can verify that it has been done or not. A file has been changed by clicking on verify. Now it tells me check log has been changed, Json has been changed, and Kodachi Json, since I clicked on that. Yes, because those files are automatically updated. That's why it alerts you. Okay, this is one method of doing it. The second way of doing it is using aid. This is a very powerful tool. You can reinitiate. Of course, when Kodachi ISO get delivered, this is already done for you, and this one is already done for you. You can always click on this or click on this to verify what has been changed after you got your ISO. But this one is more powerful. It will scan and give you every single detail of, even if the attribute of the file has been changed, it will also tell you. So you can see, you know, these are the files. It is scanning, and what is giving me now? Entry. Oh, it gives me, okay, those files have different attributes. Since I did the last scan, the file hasn't changed, but the attribute has changed. So it gives you, it tells you. If you want to reset and scan again, you can always do this. So I can do this now. Then after 2 days, I can come and check whether any file has been modified. If you want to do it for the entire system, you have to click this and then scan it. This is for the home directory. This is for the Kodachi home. It tells you here, Kodachi home folder. This is for the entire system. It takes longer time. If you want compliance stuff, okay, this is, I know it's boring, but it's good to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You should always check this from time to time. Okay, I think I covered everything on the panic room. Yeah, I haven't missed anything. Now let's go to about. Over here you can donate. Please donate via Bitcoin, PayPal. If you need to donate via PayPal, just double click and it will launch you the gateway where you can donate via PayPal. If you want to donate through Monero, double click and it will copy the address of Monero so you can donate. Over here you can visit the Kodachi page, Kodachi kit. There's a new kit coming on. Keep watching this page and you'll see the kit soon. Of course, now this is the donation gateway. You can donate here. Okay. Always set 1,000. or custom, anything above 10,000. Anyway, this is the donation and everything is appreciated. Even it's $10 is appreciated. This is not ready yet, but soon it will be ready. And Kodachi community is to visit the Discord community. This one tells you the latest Kodachi ISO, and this one tells you the latest dashboard. So sometimes I'm only providing internal update of the dashboard where the ISO will remain on the previous version, and the dashboard will be more into a recent version. So you'll see like here 8.7.1 and this one will be 8.7. It means the dashboard is more recent than the one which is available via the ISO, and you won't be able to update unless these are different. So if we have a release of new Kodachi, so if latest Kodachi says 8.8 or 8.7.2, then this button will automatically be active. You can click on it and it will automatically update Kodachi for you. I'm done with the dashboard. Let's have a look at the browser. So this is the normal browser. I launched it from here. Okay, let's connect to VPN. Connect. Let's set VPN to start with VPN. Okay, Tor to start with VPN. DNS, let's get back to DNS script. Okay, so now we'll have our VPN on, our Tor on, and this is the normal Kodachi browser. Of course, this one goes through your VPN. If you have an IP here, the traffic goes through that VPN. So you'll see your VPN IP. Okay, let's have VPN on. This is very important to understand. If your VPN is on, all your traffic on this Kodachi goes through this VPN and not through your ISP, right? So if I come here and I say check my IP, it should give me, if the VPN is established, it should give me the VPN IP, okay, which ends with 69. And if I come over here, okay, where's my VPN IP? Why doesn't tell me? Oh, it's not ready here. Okay, the script is still retrieving the VPN. Okay, now it got it over here, 69, and over shortly will be over here. So I'm having 69, right? People ask me, why don't I get the Tor? My Tor is on, and I don't get the Tor VPN. Tor IP here, right? Yes, you won't get it. Why? Because this is the light browser. It's supposed to browse through your VPN. The loaded browser, see, it says Tor at the end. Put the mouse here, it says Tor. So if I launch this one and I check my IP, I would have the 2.2, not .69, which is the Tor IP. So if I come here and I say give me my IP, I need to know my IP. Of course, you notice that it's slower. Why? Because this browser is going through Tor. It wasn't as fast as the light browser. This one very fast because it's only VPN. Now we have another layer of security, which is the Tor. If Tor is working, it will be slower. Now give me .2. I'm expecting .2. Okay, why .2? Because it says here Tor ends with .2. As you can see here, the Tor IP is the one which is revealed on this browser. On the light browser is the VPN. And how does this browser gets the VPN IP? Because of this plugin over here. This one says direct. You see, if you click on this circuit, direct. If you come to here, it says, the green one says Tor, because it means take all my browser traffic through Tor. How simple is that? Now if I want this to go through VPN, the loaded browser, I just select direct, finish. Now this will have the VPN IP instead of having the Tor IP. You understand? All you have to do is play with this plugin over here, and you see now it's 69, same as the light browser, which is 69. Okay, of course the other difference between the light and loaded is that the plugins, you see how many? There are few here, but let us check the loaded one. See how many plugins. Okay, this is to enhance your security posture while you're browsing. Okay, of course you will have some sites break while using the loaded one because it is slower, and it stops some of the cookies, some of the scripts, it will disable them. So of course you won't have the same stability you are having on the light one, but you can switch on the Tor on the light one just by clicking on this and setting Tor. Okay, now GHacks is as similar to the loaded one, but it has the GHacks plugin on it. Okay, more security, take it as more security, but it's same as the loaded. Okay, this one is based on the proxy chain, which is actually like Torifying. Okay, everything that comes from the browser, even though this one is direct, it will still go through Tor. Okay, I'm done with the browsers. I don't have to explain the plugins, there are many, but some are this is to block your JavaScripts. You have like to block your fingerprints, WebGL, you have font fingerprints, there is audio fingerprint blocker, you can switch your user agent. Okay, you can do a lot of things, you know. This is for pop-ups and blocks, and it will not allow people to track you back. You know, there's many plugins here, and I've picked those plugins carefully. This is to manage your password, it's very useful. This one to give you the Bitcoin price. You don't have to click on it, it tells you 32,000 is the Bitcoin price. Yeah, there's a lot of plugins, you just have to go through them all. I'm done with this. Browsers, of course you have a Tor browser, you have a Sphere browser. Tor is based on Tor, but a different Tor, not like this one. It's their own browser Tor, so it will give you another IP. This one can rely on Tor or any socks you give it. This is a normal, the browser normal. This is the unsafe, the normal Firefox. If you want to edit the G-hacks of this browser, you can click on this. If you want to edit the settings of this, you can click on this. Security apps, why I've chosen this application as messengers instead of using the other ones, because they are more secure. I trust Session Messenger more than Element, more than this one, more than Talks, more than anything else. I like the concept they use. They're open source, they've been audited, so I put them the first. Element is also strong. Whatever is here is secure, but is much better than others which are not here, which are not included on Kodachi. Okay, so that's why I prefer to have those. And of course you can use this on your mobile and in Kodachi as well, all of them. You have a lot of tools here. You have VeraCrypt to encrypt your hard drive, ZuluCrypt, same purpose. This one, same purpose. Metadata information, you can clean it with this. This one does the same thing. Okay, you can hide stuff within audio, within images with this tool. Password managers, JPG managers. You can clean your PC with Stasa or with BleachBit. Those are very handy when your Kodachi is installed, like this one. This one is installed. It will be very handy over here because everything it doesn't get deleted when you reboot. So this one becomes handy. You can delete your stuff. Okay, it's a very cool tool. Yeah, BleachBit and Stata, they do the same purpose. This is a firewall. Over here you can enable. This is very good tool for sharing files. I've been using this a lot recently. You can share files among you. It's like Dropbox, but it's secure. Okay, a secure version of Dropbox is SyncThing, where it's ready in Kodachi. You just click on this and it will give you an ID. Share it with the users you want to share, and they can see the files. It's a very powerful tool. I like it. You can stop and start SSH. Generate new keys. If you start I2P or GNU.NET, you can always connect to them via this plugin. Okay, so it tells you I2P, you can connect to it once you have it on. Okay, I don't want you to send data. Okay, you can see SyncThing is on. It's very easy. You just have to give it the folders you want and the users you want to share with, and you're ready to go. It's like Dropbox. Okay, there's many other services. You can deny host, generate noise. If you want to generate noise, okay, it will generate web traffic, fake web traffic. So whoever is monitor, of course no one can monitor you with VPN and Tor and stuff all on, but still if you want to send random data of web traffic, you can launch this one. Synchronize time, and you can stop the noise by clicking this. You have cryptocurrency wallets, you have Monero, you have BTC wallets. I trust these two. Never use multiple wallets. I removed all the multiple wallets. I prefer to have dedicated wallets for your own security. For the experience I went to earlier, I always prefer to have my wallets on dedicated, my crypto in dedicated wallets. FileZilla, Romania for remote system connection, remote connections. You have Thunder, File. This is our all file managers. This is for backups, compare files, find files. Bulk renamer, media player. You can screen capture whatever you want. Two tools for to screen capture. Audacity had issue recently, but just rest assured that is with 3.0, version 3.0. We are here below 3.0, so Audacity in Kodachi is safe. Okay, do not worry about it. You have a lot of media stuff tool. You can play with Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi issues, you can click those two. They will show you your Wi-Fi. This is the Audacity version 2.0. And library office tools. You have application finder, calculator, some editors, some notes tools. System app. You can of course update your system. Of course I don't rely on this. If I have the dashboard, all I have to do, I've simplified most of the update utilities by just clicking this. It will update your system and update Kodachi as well. So it will update everything. You don't need to click on this, but they are here just for you in case you need them. You can check your disk usage, If you want a graphic one, is here. You can play with partitions, startup tools, you name it. If you want to protect minimize the radiation from the screen, this is the tool for it. HTOP to monitor your process. Yeah. Extra tool. This is extra tools to do with storage. Let me close these ones. So you can play with if you can create persistent USBs for Kodachi, for other Ubuntu tools, Debians, mount storage for read. If you want to mount a drive for read only for forensic purpose, you can wipe a disk-free memory, which is exactly the same as this one, the one you saw. You can add additional swap files only for install. You can encrypt swap files, and you can show display whatever information you want. Some Lucas encrypted storage, if you want to see them, just press 7 and it will show if you have anything. At the moment I don't have. That's it for storage tools. What else we have here? Enable. Okay, nuke is very important to understand. Nuke is if you have installed Kodachi, okay, installed one, not the live one, installed one and encrypted. When you install it, choose encrypt. Okay, now it's installed and encrypted. If you enable nuke, you are just telling Kodachi, if I'm forced to reveal my password and I don't want to reveal it, destroy yourself. That's it. So if my password is Warith 123, right? If I set up the nuke, it will ask me for another password. That's the trigger. And let's say that is Warith 999. So if I'm forced to reveal the password, I will boot up Kodachi. Instead of typing Warith 123, I will type Warith 999. Kodachi will understand that, okay, I'm supposed to destroy the encryption headers. It will delete those, and once those are messed, even Warith himself cannot read the data because the entire system is gone, the encryption headers are gone. And it will not tell this person who are behind you, watching you, that it was doing that. It will only say, wrong password, try again. You see, that's how simple it is. Okay, you can encrypt Safe Box. Safe Box is a folder, and it is within your home folder. So if you have, let's just hide system files, Control H. Safe Box should be, yeah, this one. So if you place anything here, like a text or any folder, and you want it encrypted, you should encrypt Safe Box. And if you decrypt, everything will be open so anyone can see. Over here you have donation information. So all the addresses which are available on the dashboard, they are all over here as well. You can copy them. And this is the license of Kodachi. Okay. Basically, I think I tried to cover everything in Kodachi. I'm sure I haven't missed anything. Those are the Xfce bars. You can switch into any folder easily. If those icons are messed up, I click on this, it will auto arrange. Hard disk information. Okay, show my desktop. Other applications, you can see them from here. Okay, many applications and utilities which are available here you won't find here, but this one will give you some of the main applications. Okay, Clipboard Manager. If you want to see whatever you copied, those are the browsers, the same as you see here. You can launch them from here. You have many types of terminals. So this is the Torified, this is the normal shell. If I want this one, I like this one because sometimes when you code, you need, let's say, 2 virtual ones. So top and here HTOP. So both are running on the same window. You can always increase. I think one more, yeah, you can go like this, and then you can auto arrange them whatever you want to do. So this is a handy tool. Over here you have another one to switch on your desktop, see your VPN traffic, CPU usage, memory usage, swap and disk, and you can shut down and log off. I think, okay, this is the desktop icon. I think I've covered most of the stuff. If you messed up these icons, let's say I deleted this accidentally. Okay, so now I don't have the time, it's gone, right? You can always come Cairo doc, configure, and go to themes and restore. I always place this one. So if I click on apply, that icon should be back. You see, it's back. So if you mess up with these icons, you always have a backup over here ready for you. Just click on restore and you will get it back. Okay, let's see if we missed anything. Kodachi, Panic, DNS, all covered. Tor, all covered. VPN, all covered. Okay, DNS is always changing because we have an issue with DNS. You can always stop that, as I mentioned previously, by clicking on this. You should always save your stuff. Okay, if I want everything to be restored to the previous default, click on this, and you have a lot of cool stuff on the tray icon. Oh, let us see. So if I click on this one, left click, you can show, you can system monitor, you can connect VPN, disconnect, or whatever you can do on the dashboard, you can do it over here. It's just, those are shortcuts. Integrity, verify MD5, scan home, about. Okay, so verify MD5, it will scan the home directly as we did on the dashboard, and it will give me. Okay, there's a lot of cool stuff that you get in Kodachi, and let me show you an example. So this is the file. Okay, save this. If you right click into the file, you can do a lot of cool Kodachi stuff. You can wipe it, you can edit it as root, you can check the MD5, you know, a lot of stuff. Check this, it will give you the hashes. Okay, and if I want to edit this, let's say I'm here and I want to go to, if I want to edit this one, I cannot edit this one, it won't allow me, it will say you cannot save. But if I open it as root, now I can edit this. And if I want to modify any file here, let's create a file. See, it won't allow me to create a file. But if I say open as root, now I can create files. You see, I have a root privilege. So these Kodachi, you can, you know, verify JPG stuff. This is encrypt, and this is open, encrypt, decrypt. Yeah, a lot of stuff you can do. You know, if it's encrypted, you can verify the encryption as well. And yeah, if I need to wipe this instead of deleting, Kodachi wipe, and it's gone. Yeah, that's it. I think I covered most of the functionality that a normal user would need to understand how to use Kodachi. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and until the next time, you have a good time, and I hope everyone benefits from this operating system. And I hope I was able to deliver my goals and to have the #1 operating system in the world for everyone to use. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.